Okay. Yeah, so we need to do an update. We've been a little bit, we've had a bit of a stressful few days because, you know, a lot of things that the current owner said were like not exactly true, or like he didn't really know what he was talking about. So we were getting a little bit worried about certain things. We haven't signed the contract yet, and then obviously he wants to close the deal as well, because I think he's getting like pressure because he needs the money and stuff like that. So there's been a few things going on. Anyway, we've sat down this morning. We've kind of meshed out what we both want, and then we've kind of met in the middle. So we think we're good. We've got a day's work now. What we need to do, like what previously discussed about taking this deck off, because you know he said, oh yeah, the screws come out, yeah, it's all good, and the teak is like secured with like bolts, and then Laura yesterday was like, oh, I'll just try taking one out, and then you know it wouldn't come out, and then the head rounded, and then you're like, oh, there's only like 600 to do. So, and then he got his easy out tool, which is this tool that I mean they do work sometimes, but I mean it's like you're not having a good day if you're using an easy out. It's like a bad day at the office, and then we got to do 600 of those bad days, so it's like, yeah, so that was a bit of an issue. And then also I'm just going to run out and say hi. Right, I'm just going to run outside because also, like, Laura did a little inspection of the hull, and then, you know, she like went round scrapping, got her fingers, and then she managed to pull off a bit of paint, and then quickly run down, blah blah blah, just go under here, under the cover. Yeah, where are we? Oh yeah, yeah. So like here, as you can see, she did a little bit of scratching, and then, you know, he's already painted it. It's already anti-fouled, well, not anti-fouled, but like painted the whole hull. And then like on closer inspection, like places like this, you can see that the paint is actually, you can get in behind the paint. So as soon as you put it in salt water, it's not gonna like that. There's gonna be rust and stuff like that. So that was a bit of a blow, because we're gonna have to redo that. We're gonna have to, at least in the areas where it's got through, there's rust underneath, we're gonna have to take that back to bare metal and prime. So that was a blow. The other thing was, oh yeah, the bilge. So the bilge is a bit of an issue as well, because it's kind of the similar thing. They haven't really done it properly. You know, they haven't painted it properly. So yeah, I mean, nothing major, but like you say here, like we try to take like all these screws. Can you see that? Yeah, these have all got to come out, and they've been in there for like 40 years, so it's not looking too clever, but I think everything's achievable, in all honesty. We were just a little bit worried because we've got a time frame. I mean, we want it to be in Mallorca mid-September. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think as long as we can get there by October, I'd be happy. Anything you want to say? Nope. I'm gonna show you what I did yesterday also, because we had a look at the electrical. I had a look at the electrical system, which is under our bed. Like, had to draw the circuit diagram, and then which is under here. Look, hidden away underneath our bed. So you got 4 batteries, 3 service batteries, and 1 for the starting the engine. So drew a little circuit diagram. Doesn't really make sense, but at one point I'm trying to wrap my head around it, whether it'll work. I know I can just redo it so I understand it and I know it'll work. So we tested some of the electrics. We also switched on the engine switch, and we got power to the panel. Whether it starts the engine is another thing, but we obviously can't do it out the water when the engine hasn't been fucking serviced for fucking however many years. So we're gonna see about that. The other thing was they've got like a homemade box. Can you see this? This is like a you can see it's falling a bit. A homemade box that they've made for the wind generator. So that's like a charge controller for charging your batteries from the wind generator. So we untied the wind generator, and then quick as a flash, nothing happened. It doesn't really turn. I mean, some of the wind generators in the marina are like turning, and this one isn't. So I think there's an issue there. We'll probably have to buy a new generator, but they're not that very expensive nowadays. You can buy ones that don't make any noise, so we're gonna have a look at that. And then yeah, so today the plan is to take the decking down, have a look underneath. Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, it rained quite heavily the other day, and there was water coming in, like in various places, mainly by the mast where he's took out the seeker. But it was like a little bit worrying, sitting in the salon and there's like water dripping, and you're like, oh, what if there's something wrong underneath? What if there's like corrosion and a hole? What if we need to do welding? This kind of stuff, like, which makes the price super, welding can be quite expensive, because it's like labor and they charge quite a lot. It probably won't charge that much around here because it's quite cheap, but we'll see. So that's take down the decking today. We've got to remove all the insulation, so it's going to be a bit of a minging job. And then yeah, I'm going to start trying to get these screws out and drilling and using easy out and trying to maybe use a bit of heat and a bit of oil and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's the update today. As you can see, we're like we've got a lot to do, and that's pretty much it really. As we go, I'll take photographs and stuff like that, and like I say, try and keep you posted. Alright,